What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on ARK. I think we are on day 4. I've not actually done any editing of any of my episodes so far. So I'm just carrying on recording because I've found it hard to put the game down. But our trap has worked. We've managed to get a fairly low level Griffin trapped in there. Now I want to get him knocked out soonish because I did manage to just take down an Alpha Raptor. So we've got a bunch of prime which is going to go to, did I not bring... Oh my god, oh yeah I did, I've got my long neck, thank god for that. But I didn't bring any narcotics with me, so I'm hoping that it will tame up quick enough that we won't need them. So yeah, fingers crossed this goes well. Oh, the amount of dust that he kicks up is just ridiculous. They need to change that. You shouldn't take too many darts, their torpors generally, it will probably take more darts if I miss my shots, but their torpor is generally pretty low. So fingers crossed that he will tame up quick enough, then we need to be able to grab narcotic, because I forgot to grab that in the haste of getting back and forth from my base. On the RG it's like ridiculously slow trying to get back and forth. I've got 38 darts, 92 arrows, so getting them down shouldn't be a problem. But I want to get him down soon enough to be able to use some of that prime. It's not going to happen if he keeps on jumping up and down. Really, guy? I can't see anything. Shoot in the face then. Come on. Okay. Now the main reason that I want a Griffin is purely because you can shoot off the back of them. It makes taming Quetzals and Rexes alike very easy. So even a low level one will come dead in handy. We're just going to have to pump the weight on them a bit and stamina just so that we can stay afloat. But yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be an issue taming this guy up. I don't think they're gender wise, so just a wild Griffin rather than female or male. So I don't think you can breed these at the moment. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, get shot in the face. Can't see anything with the amount of dust he kicks up. My mate's just trapped the level 66 in his cage, which is further over towards my base. I was actually flying over him. And he's just running out of darts, but unfortunately, I didn't really have the time to stop off because I wanted to use some of the prime meat. So I wanted to get back here and get this guy down as quick as possible. Which, thankfully, he's gone down in, I think it's about 20 darts. So if we just grab a few of these. So obviously they're going to spoil a lot quicker on us. Oh, come on. Now, I don't know what the torpor drop on these guys are like. It looks fairly quick, which means I may have to do a bit of a narco run down below. And I don't know how quickly they eat either. But I did extend the spoiling timer, so we've got 26 minutes on the prime meat. So what we'll do is that we'll grab a bit more prime. I don't want to grab too much all at once. Let's grab some of the lower lot. Because the longer it's on us, the quicker it will spoil down. Like just transferring it over, you're going to lose about 2 or 3 minutes on it. Yeah, that's it, it's not too bad. Got 25 minutes, but yeah, definitely going to need some narco berries or some narcotic up here. So I guess I'm going to go scavenging around in some bushes. I'm going to tame this guy up, and once he's up and running around, I'll bring you back. So I guess I'll see you back shortly. Guys, he's just about to tame up. Well, she, he, gender, non-specific by the looks of it. There we go. Now, I can't remember the name of any famous or movie Griffins. So we're just going to leave him named Griffin for now. He can follow us and create all the smoke. Just open these doors back up when we want to trap another one. Now, it didn't take too long. It did take a lot of scurrying around to get a load of narco berries because his torpor drops ridiculously quickly. I'm going to give a passive whistle because he's going to be following our RG. And yeah, the RG goes ridiculously slow. So he's probably going to be flying circles around us. But yeah, we've finally now got a Griffin that we can sit on the back of and shoot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get him back to base, probably whack a few levels on him, hopefully up his health a little bit, and we'll go out Rex hunting. So I guess I will see you back shortly. Welcome back, guys. Now, honestly, it's been around about 2 or 3 days since I last done the recording of that last clip of us taming the Griffin, and there's been a couple of unfortunate incidents. Now, one is that we actually got that Griffin killed whilst trying to tame this Griffin here. This one was a 180, which we have now figured is the maximum level on this map that we're playing now. This area is getting a little bit laggy because my mate's base is just over that way. We're also definitely going to have to be moving from here soon because the seagulls are driving me mad. It's like every single time I log on, all of my flyers are dotted about everywhere. Now, as you can probably tell, we've got a fair few new tames. We've got a Bronto just to get our narco berries because the horses were going a little bit slow. We tamed up an Anki died. We tamed up another Anki died, and we've got another Anki now for our metal gathering needs. I've done some breeding of the pteranodons and the horses, so we've got a few more horses and a few more spare pteranodons, just in case like they die. We've already had like 20 odd pteranodons die between me and my mate. The beaver, I think we tamed up on, well, yeah, we tamed that up in between the last episode and this episode. We've got another Pelagornis, a higher level one, which is I think just outside the front of our base. Yeah, he's just jamming there. Also we tame, I've got Listro just for the XP boost for this area. We've got an Ichthyornis, which is the seagulls, which keep on stealing our stuff. I can't manage to get them to actually fish for us though. Now, I've got to be careful around this area when I've got all of my gear on me because I never carry darts near here because that seems to be the first thing that they actually nip. And what we were aiming to do to get the Griffin was to actually go out and tame up a high level Rex. Now, let's give it a second or two to load in. Now, this Griffin is probably the highest level. We tamed it up using raw mutton, so the taming effectiveness was pretty high. Quickly check out the stats. We've got 20k health on him, 1000 stamina, we've got 1000 weight, 478 melee. That's pretty much all I've been pumping now after getting the other stats up. And although he is a 180, he still doesn't do that much damage, and without having a saddle on Griffins, obviously they can't take too much of a beating, which is how comes I pumped his K. He did tame out with 12k health, and I pumped that up to 20k. But as you can see, we can get across the map pretty quickly using this. It may get a little bit laggy, but as long as you're flying high enough and you're not rendering in everything on the ground, it doesn't become too much of an issue getting across the map quickly. Now, there was a couple of high level Rexes near where I live. My mate's tamed up a couple of them already. He's actually leaps and bounds ahead of me at the moment as far as advancements goes. He's got like a industrial forge, a chem bench, electricity. So I think after we've tamed up our Rex to be able to gather some organic polymer to save us having to craft it using cementing paste and obsidian, we should definitely look for a more permanent base area location. Now, where I actually want to move, I'll quickly show you now, considering that we're flying past it. Is over in this area here. Now what I was planning on doing is having a sort of base dotted about on the platforms along the middle. So let's just wait for a little bit of stamina to regen. Come on. There we go. Oh, there's a red drop. Something bad here. Doesn't look like it. There's a Tranodon just jamming on the ground. I think we're safe to grab it. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to build grounds here. Right, you can look at another Ascendant Pelagonist saddle for a higher level one that we've got now. That's handy. Yeah, what I was hoping to do is build like a platform base. Now, obviously, you've got this natural bridge here. So I was looking to probably start it off from about just onto this platform here. And because we've got the no-clip structures on, so we can build within the actual terrain. So we could build like a building coming out and off of this rock here. And this area here is pretty flat to have our main little workshop. And then I want to build like a little bridgeway going down to like that platform just over there. And have storage for our dinos and stuff over there. And then usually just branch off bit by bit. That way we've got access to land our flyers. Nothing really spawns up on these too much. You do get the odd Carno and things spawning just over here, which can be a little bit dangerous. But at least this way we've got direct access up to the mountains. And there's quite a few different little like metal nodes and stuff that you can get up here. So gathering resources, obviously we've got an abundance of trees and stone to build our base once we get a Dodie and our beaver over it. But yeah, I think setting up base here in this location, I guarantee you the map's not going to render. Oh, it did. It's pretty much central to the map, so it shouldn't take us long to get anywhere else on the actual map. Now, the Rex that I saw that I want to tame up now is actually over by the green obelisk. There's also a Titanosaur over there at the moment as well though. I need to get my bearings because I'm completely lost. And there's another drop there. I can't seem to resist picking up the drops because we've got our loot table turned up. It's not turned up ridiculous. It's only turned up to 4.0 as opposed to maximum that you can whack it on single player using the sliders is 6.0. So 4.0 I didn't think was too much of a stretch. But as you can see, we get the mostly Ascendant stuff from grabbing it. So what's the armor on that? 211 armor. It's pretty good actually. Stego. Really? As you can see, it's like even with 500% melee damage, so it's doing like 100 damage. But that's how comes I pumped itself up to 20k. Let's get some height and see where we are. It's a lot easier to figure it out that way. Okay, so that's the cove. I think it's over that way that we want to go. Yeah, I did see a couple of 160s dotted about near the beaver dams, but there is just so much bad stuff over there. Trying to tame a Rex over there is going to be a bit tricky. Now, you've got no problem with stuff attacking Rexes when they're down usually. So once we've got one down, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but there was like 3 Rexes, they were mate boosted, then there was packs of Terror Birds and packs of Raptors, and yeah, it was just all bad news over by the beaver dams at the moment. The fact that I went and raided the beaver dams to get cement in pace probably didn't help the matter, because I had all the beavers after me as well. I know I'm wasting time here just getting all the drops, but like I said, Ascendant saddles, they come dead in handy. We just got another Pelagonist one and a Saber, because we have got a Saber sitting back at base as well. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a Titanosaur. He's a level 6. There should be a Rex just underneath or around near the obelisk. Hopefully he hasn't wandered off too far. Give stuff a second to load in. Oh man, if the Titanosaur was here, seriously, the Rex still has to be dotted about here somewhere. Oh. Okay, I think that might be him. No, he's just a level 18. Definitely don't want him. Grab some stamina. If we can't find the one that was here before, I think we may actually have to go over to the beaver dams. We don't want that one. Let's have a look around the rocks. Because there was one round here, there was a 174, which is only 6 levels shy of our max. I always get wary about flying through the redwoods because the phylocaleos, the sort of cats that climb the trees that seem to jump you and take you off your mounts, which is never fun. Yeah, I've completely lost where this Rex has disappeared to now. Little look around the trees. Can't seem to spot him anywhere. Well, it looks like we're heading over to the beaver dams then. Which is a shame, because we've just wasted our time trekking all the way over here. But one good thing is that it will be a lot quicker to get the Rex back to where I actually want him. Now, no doubt we're going to start taking some serious freezing damage by going this way. Yep, there we go. Hopefully we get in and out of this area quick enough. I need to find some decent armor. That's the main reason now comes I keep on hitting up all the drops. Is because we need decent enough armor to be able to survive in this area to find some of the ice wyvern eggs eventually, once we get to that stage. But yeah, as you can see, our health just absolutely tanks whenever we're in that area. So let's get out of there a little bit sharpish. Need to pick up some stamina. And hopefully this will be our home very shortly. In the next episode I want to get started on that, to be honest with you, because we've completely outgrown the base that we're in at the moment. Our stamina's up. Let's get some height and some speed. Okay. Now, really again with the freezing. Need to get my bearings again. So it was down here, it was at the bottom section of the beaver area, which is where all the badness was. Okay. So RGs. Now I was here, I think it was yesterday evening, and there was like 3 Rexes running around. And now it just seems to feel calm and peaceful. What is going on? Got some aloes over there. Fighting scorpions, fighting ankies. What's happened to our Rexes? There's the other 2 aloes from the pack. Tell you what, give me a couple of minutes, I'll bring you back once I've actually found a decent level Rex. Okay guys, welcome back. We've managed to find a 168 Rex. It took me a while to actually find him. I want him to finish fighting this turtle. Couple of hits. I don't think you really have to calibrate for drop when it comes to the long neck, do you? Like you do with the crossbow. We finally killed the turtle, so that's one good thing, I guess. Come on, guy. You gonna be able to reach us? No? mind if he's just gonna sit there. Let's take shots at his face. Yeah. Oh, I think that missed. That one did not. So one thing that I wanted the Griffin for, to be able to shoot off the back off of. Okay, the last thing we want is for him to be going down to the water. Okay, this is going to be just a lot of me flying around and trying to get shots off at him. So I guess I'll bring you back once he's down. And there he goes. He's finally down. I think he took like 80 odd bullets. Yeah, it did take a while, but he's finally down. Looks like we're in a relatively safe-ish area. Now we're going to let him starve out for a little bit, because what we have got is some cooked lamb chops, which is better than actual raw prime meat, and it lasts for a lot longer, and it stacks into 30s. So yeah, so we're just going to wait for him to starve out a bit, whack them all on him, tame him up, and I'll probably bring him back when it's daytime and he's all tamed up. And we're back, guys. Yeah, it took a while. It took probably about a good hour and a half, 2 hours, but he finally tamed up. He's tamed up at 249. Not actually yet checked the stats on him though. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Just over 9k health, 1700 stamina, movement speed 100%, melee 182, weight 890, which is pretty decent. Food is ridiculously high. Oxygen doesn't really matter. Torpidity, 24,000, which is probably outcomes. It took like 90 of my trank darts. Now, I am actually, let me go back a saddle on him quickly. I've got that on my inventory. Because it's going to be such a pain getting him all the way back home, what I've done is I've built a little bed and I've whacked some supplies in here, ready for me to teleport over to this bed. It just means me getting back home. He should be alright. Actually, if he's on attack my target, we just give a whistle neutral. So if anything tries to attack him, then attack it back. Now what we want to do is head on back over to our home, throw all of our gear in the chest, and then quick teleport over to here. And then we can take the Rex out for a spin and see what sort of damage he does. Shouldn't take us too long to get back, especially on the Griffin. If I remember which way was home. Which is, I believe, this way. Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, he took around about 30 of the lamb chops and he tamed out at, I think it was 96% efficiency. Now, my mate's already getting work on the basis of our kibble farm, which we're having up in the Highlands area. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a hand with that for probably the rest of today. After I get the Rex back to where I want him, that is, anyway. I think this is the blue up. It's where our home should be. Now, sorry, obviously we don't actually want our Rex to get back to the blue obelisk. We want to take him over to the sort of like deadland zones. We need to get some stamina. There we go. Everything load in. Yeah, he's managed to lose his quets as well, which had all of his gear on and building supplies, so he's having a bit of a bad day, and I had no idea there were snails over here, which will be a good place to come for. Oh yeah, because we're in the swamplands. Oh my god, look at all that badness down there. What's that? Iguanodons. Getting sidetracked. But yeah, now we know where to go for snakes. Forgot that there was this massive swamp biome over here. Shouldn't take us too much longer. A couple more of these speed runs. Hopefully, I haven't seen any other death messages. His Quetzal went on a flyabout and death message come up saying that it was killed by a Titan boa, so I was obviously had it on passive to try to stop it from flying away if it got attacked. And really, there's a wreck disc, guys. What level here? He's only level 24, it doesn't really matter. I'd have been really annoyed if that was going to be a higher level than the one that we just tamed up. I think this is the blue obelisk. Should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is our home. I get so lost sometimes, especially because I very rarely go down towards the green obelisk area. Park our Griffin in here. Hop off. I'm going to have to empty his inventory soon because he's got all the saddles and blueprints that I was picking up. But for the time being, we are going to want to whack down just a storage chest out here, completely temporary. And then we want to transfer everything. And we're also going to want to transfer all of our armour. Some bits are decent, a lot of it's like gilly pieces, and wow, do we need a haircut. And then we go inside to our bed, and then we should be able to fast travel to, I think it's that one. Yeah, my mate set up a bed over that way, which is where we're having the kibble farm, which is in like the Highlands area. And we want to fast travel to here. Hopefully it doesn't dashboard me or anything, or kick me out. And no, we appear to be okay. Let's grab all of this stuff. I didn't grab any like basic tools or anything, just enough stuff to keep me going. Throw that on our hotbar. And then I really don't like temporary structures dotted about the map, so get rid of all of that. And then we can hop on our Rex and go for a little ride. Okay, so I'm not sure which way to go is going to be the best, because we don't want to go through the area that we're going to take sort of like freezing damage. But I'll let you see how much damage this guy is doing first of all. There's a couple of stegos and things up this way we can pick a fight with. Obviously stamina is always an issue with Rexes, so it's going to be a while for me to get him to where I want, but 237 damage off the bat ain't too bad. I'm going to have to get him something to eat. Nice. Get him a few levels. What's the health boost like? 10k health. We mainly want just health and melee, and probably a little bit of stamina. So let's see if we can't get him up to about 15k health, and then the rest will just be stamina and melee damage. Let's go and kill everything we can. Get some more levels. See what our boost in the melee damage is. Wow, this is going to be a high level one. Stamina's holding out well though. I've got a fair bit of stamina. That was a 180 perfect level bloody stego there. But you can't check the levels of everything, I guess. Back 9 points into that. Yeah, the boosts on the melee are quite small. Now, I'm not too sure if these things can drag me off of the Rexes. I don't think they should be able to. And I think they've got added armour, so we can't really tell the difference of the attack. Go find something else to kill. Turtles have added armour. Come on, give me something to eat. We'll go again for this other trike. So, we get any levels? Yeah, we've got 5 levels from that. Okay, I get it, you're happy. Let's go. And we are now doing 293. Yeah, see, so the damage boost isn't major, but I think once we level him up, get him all the way over there, we should be doing a fair bit of damage. But for today, I think that's going to do it. There's been a massive sort of time jump in between the episode from when we first tamed up the first Griffin to where I had the perfect tame, well, near enough perfect tame Griffin, and yeah, a lot of stuff got done in between them 2 cuts. But we got our Rex now to take to the sort of Deadlands area where the mantises are to start collecting the organic polymer. Why is this Rex not? There is a way of disabling ally looking now, isn't there? Disable ally looking. So if we do this, will he still? Yep. He just doesn't really like the camera, does he? Yeah, so there was a massive time gap. Next episode, I think we'll start cracking on with our actual base and making progression with that, because at the moment we're still using basic forges and just a smithy table. And I want to get into making some fabricated sniper rifles, maybe a shotgun, getting some decent armor to actually start hitting up the Wyvern den. But yeah, for today, I think that's going to be it. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't, it's your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing for future ARK and Minecraft content. And hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.